Hey everybody watching this. I just thought today would be a good day to make a commentary, and I tried about 10 times to make a commentary before this, but random stuff that kept happening, like, oh god, like the phone kept ringing and my brother was busting in hot and yelling, and people are basically doing work, so I'm just going to change the topic of this. It was originally just going to be about the gameplay, but now I'm really not feeling it because I talked about it about 9 times. Now that my ruthless tirade is out of the way, I want to talk about how BS school really is. All through elementary school and middle school, we just kept hearing and hearing and hearing, oh, you won't be able to sit around and do nothing in high school. It's going to be so hard. You're going to have to write essays like every day. It's going to be so hardcore. You're not going to know what to freaking do. And they just kept saying this and saying this and saying this. And it just never materialized. It never did. My day, with the exception of like trig, is just like ridiculously easy, and the only way I don't get A's is like it's like my fault. Like I forget to do something, or I don't study like for a test, like a huge test or something. Trig's a different story though. That's exempt from my BS classes, I must say. But other than that, like everything we do is just like BS. I've never seen anything like it. Like we just watch random movies all the time. Like I've seen, like when I go to a movie store, I see like a ton of movies. I'm like, seen that one in school, seen that one in school, seen that one in school too. I'm like, Jesus, they're not even like, they're not like related to school in any way, like 90% of them. Like we watched like, oh, what's an example? We watched Ferris Bueller's Day Off and Public Speaking. Anybody know what the relevance there is? Or we watched The Patriot in English. I mean, really, what is the relation here? And we just watch random movies, like, pretty frequently. Like in psychology, we watch like The Bourne Identity, and we watched Lightning Jack. If you didn't know, it's some movie about like an Australian cowboy. And I'm like, what does this have to do with psychology? And I'm not trying to complain about it, but I just think it's weird that we just don't do anything like in 90% of my classes. And then when we do, everybody complains and moans so much that we end up half the time not even having to do it. Like in AP History the other day, what we did, I think everybody in the class knew we had a test that day, and everybody just denied it. And we're like, oh, we didn't know, you know. And the teacher just like completely postponed it, and we ended up having to write one essay and no multiple choice or anything. And I was like, geez, like moaning and crying can get almost anything done for most of the teachers. Like they have no like backbone. Except for my math teacher, Mr. Lazy. He's a pimp, I must say. Yeah. Anyway. So, back to like school being BS and stuff. And when we do work, it's just not, it's not demanding in any way. It's just like, it's like you go into the book, you get a worksheet, and you go into the book and like, not copy paste obviously, but you know what I mean. You just like look at the definition of the word if you're doing like vocab or something, and just write it in. And you're not learning anything, you're just copying from a book. There's no like, and when we have a test, they're either like so easy it's unbelievable, or they're open book or something. Like psychology, everything we do is open book except for like the test on the movies we watch, which I told you about, are like BS anyway. Like The Sixth Sense and stuff. I mean, they're pretty easy movies to remember like 90% of the time. So I just and I don't take BS classes too. You gotta realize that I don't take like, you know, 3 periods of gym every day or anything. I take like AP History, AP English, Advanced Chemistry, all that kind of stuff, and it's still BS. Like you can't. There's no way to avoid the BS. It's not like I really want to avoid the BS, but if somebody really did care about getting an education, they'd be so screwed. I can't even imagine how screwed they would be. But the thing is, eventually, I'm 16 right now, if you didn't know. In like 2 years or whatever, when I go off to college, I got a feeling I'm going to be just freaking destroyed. I'm feeling it. Because I have no work ethic at all. Like, I am so lazy, I never like do anything. So I really think it's going to destroy me when it comes to college, and the teachers I have now are just like not preparing me at all, I don't think. And I think everybody's going to get like awakened to the true nature of academics when they actually get into college, if they do at all. I mean, I'm sure most of the kids I'm in classes with will go to college, but how many will stay there, you think? I'm not sure. I'm not thinking too many. Myself included, to be honest. Anything else I really want to say? Oh, yeah. Another thing is that, the amount of movies we watch that are just unrelated. And it just kind of blows my mind sometimes how many times we just watch movies. Like psychology, we watch movies probably we take like 3 days out of the curriculum per like 2 weeks. Maybe like 5. It's pretty intense how many movies we actually watch in there. And a lot of the classes, a lot of the stuff you do, it's just what I like to call like busy work. It doesn't teach you anything, and it's there solely for grades. Like the only reason they're giving you an assignment is because they have to have a grade. That's what it seems like to me. A lot of the stuff we do. Oh, and don't even get me started on my newspaper class. Like, oh my god, the entire class. What you do is you write like one article, maybe 2, like on like a once every blue moon, like, and the sun eclipses and fried chicken flies into the sky or something. Once in a while you have to write 2, but you have to write 1 article, and then you sit in the class and do nothing for like a month, like literally a month. And well, that's for most of the kids in the class do that. But the people I hang out with, we like work on the paper and stuff, and we're the ones that like kind of edit it and help with it and all that. The rest of the kids just sit there and talk and like get on Facebook. The teacher's like, yeah, you can get on Facebook whenever you want. Yeah, that's a solid idea. And then they talk about like Temple Run and all those like iPhone games they play, and I'm like, really? Really now? I don't know. I can't really say I'm tired of it, because as I said before, I kind of like not really doing anything. But at the same time, I want it to be like somewhat demanding, with the exception of trig, because I freaking hate trig. That's the only exception to this like whole rule here. I'm just so bad at trig and just everything about it, and I thought I'd be okay, because I'm like, if these like retarded pothead football kids are in here and they can do it, I can do it, right? No, I was very wrong on that one. But even though I swear to God, he's fixing my grade, because I got a D or an F, I think, on every test so far, and I somehow have a C in the class. I don't know, but thank God for that. I think this gameplay is getting down to a close, though, so I'll just try to wrap it up a little bit. Basically, what I'm trying to say throughout this entire thing is that school right now has really, like, taken its toll on my productivity scale, because we don't do anything, and I don't know, I'm just not feeling ready for what's coming ahead in life. Well, that's all. Hope you liked it. See you next time.